Hello, everybody. This is Connor from Connor's Retribution Analysis. So, Mitchell and I are doing a three-man team tournament, and we had our third player drop. So, we're going into these rounds with an auto loss, so that way another team doesn't have to drop as well, since there was an even number of teams. So, I've got me into their Crix player, Mitchell went into their Khador player, and our non-existent player went into their Minoth player. This is a Ghost Fleet list that I'm playing against with my Garryth 2 list. Wasn't sure if I should drop Vyros 2 or Garryth 2. I thought Garryth 2 would do better in Scyir. I mean, Vyros 2 probably does fine in Scyir. I don't know why I dropped Garryth 2. I just did. But yeah, one of the results from this tournament is feeling like I need to get a lot more practice with Garryth 2, because I look at opponents' lists in all of my pairings for all the three-man team tournaments, and I instantly think I have these playstyle solutions with Vyros 2. I don't instantly think that with Garryth 2, and it makes me hard to drop. It makes it hard for me to drop him. Even though when I sit down and think about it after the tournament, it takes me a little bit, but I realize Garryth 2 also had good playstyle solutions into those lists and games, and I just wasn't familiar or comfortable enough with him. I think Tim Banky said it a long time ago. You got to have like 50 games with a caster before you really know what they do, how they work, and are truly comfortable with them. I've got that in spades with Vyros 2, but I'm still at only 10 games with Garryth 2. So, having said that, Ghost Fleet goes first. Ooh, scary. He gets the Stalkers up the board. First thing I'm thinking is I need to trim those Stalkers a little bit. So I'm going to forego putting out Occultation and instead put a Mage Sight right there, sacrifice movement, and do an armor-piercing shot into that Stalker. I do 3 for Road to War. I do 2 for the Mage Sight. I've got 1 left. Should I boost a hit or should I boost damage? I sacrifice my movement, so I'm a 9. He's a 15. I need a 6. I really don't want to miss it. I'm going to stay safe so I can boost on either of them pretty comfortably. I'll boost a hit because I don't want to miss it. I'd rather take armor piercing power 14. Might even just kill it on its own without a boost. I missed the 6. Someone please help my dice for Garryth 2's armor piercing shots. Please, I'm begging you. Okay, whatever. I missed the 6. So then I reposition Garryth forward just a little bit, staying out of the Stalker's range in case they live pretty far back. RP's like, all right, whatever, Garryth, you suck, but I'm going to come up here and do some work. Going to get 1 shot with this Harpy on it before it gets pushed out of there, unless I roll like a 1 on the push. I roll a 3. I boost damage, and it gets crit knocked down, thank goodness. And it also, I also cripple everything except for its movement, I think. It's pretty worthless at this point. I can't remember what was crippled, but I know it didn't have a Cortex, and I know it didn't have its arms, and it wasn't going anywhere fast. So yeah. And then my basic plan, I'm thinking about this. I know he's got a lot of guns. Deneghra's pretty far away. So I'm easily out of Deneghra's feet range if she walks and feats. So I'm going to put everything out of Deneghra's feet range. I'm going to mini feet and push my Sentinels up the left, and I'm not going to mini feet and hold back on the right. So that way if he feats on, because I know he's not going to feat on me this turn, but if he feats on me next turn, I have a mini feat to try and help counter the devastating loss of armor that I'm going to suffer. And yeah, Force Barrier from Artificer goes up on this blue unit. I really want them to live. So that's what I did. Meanwhile, let's talk about what my opponent does, because that's the more exciting part, more interesting to me part of this. He gets some arc nodes up here, and he's like, I gotcha. I know how Sentinels work, and I'm going to punish you. And he puts Crippling Grasp on this blue unit, and he puts Parasite on this red unit. Then all these guys run up and start jamming my Sentinels. Don't kill any of them. Start jamming my Sentinels, and then these 2 units walk up, and pretty much in between them, Hellsinger, And other stuff, pretty much just hose, I don't know, like 7 of my red Sentinels, including shooting down my officer so they're not going to have a mini feat next turn. And Deneghra is way over here. And he's sitting, I can see him debating Deneghra's position. He's like, you know what? He's got mage sight. He could go for a long distance assassination on me. I'll just stay here, get out Crippling Grasp and Parasite, and prepare to do a good feat turn next time. Because if he doesn't come up far enough into places where I can feed on him, I've got all these solos and I can score and I can eventually chip him out on scenario. So, and he's also, Deneghra's on a no camp between the Parasites and the Crippling Grasp. Left her empty. So she's deciding to play safe. She's not going to have to spin focus pretty much for the rest of the game. She's got Crippling Grasp and Parasite right where she wants it. Later, she'll have to put Parasite probably on the Trident, but dang. The way he handled my Sentinels right there did not make... Oh, he got me good. And it's very punishing, and it's revealing to me that I need to handle my Sentinels differently. He would have, the way they're mini-feated and Artificer put the thing on him, Crippling Grasp would have been the right way to go instead of Parasite. Mini-feat was the right decision to make. I feel good over there. Over here, I needed to put Sentinels farther forward and have these guys just be backed up off the board, I guess. I mean, or mini-feat both of them, both units, just so I can even play a game a little bit longer, because that just sucked. Man, I think that's what I got to do. Is I think I got to push forward and mini feat with both of them. And, man, it just... I mean, he still could have done most of what he did. It's just not maybe as easily. I think that's probably just what happens here. The Ghost Fleet is going to destroy a whole unit of Sentinels. I remember back to my Goreshade 4 game where I had to put my Jacks in the pile of all my Sentinels for Arcane Vortex to make it so I could not get my Sentinels debuffed, because feet alone wasn't going to be enough to kill them, but as soon as he gets those debuffs on them, the pirates just shred them. And I'm agonizing over this. I'm looking at the board. I'm thinking ahead to the future. He has Machine Wraith right there. He's got that guy right there. And I don't think he's scoring this one. And he's got that to score. So my goals for attrition this turn: take out both the Stalkers with Vengeance attacks, kill both his Arc Nodes, and try and kill one whole unit of Pirates, and if I can, get rid of his solos. If I leave him with 2, if I can get all that done, which is super greedy and I don't think it's going to happen, I think Sentinels can reliably kill all this stuff over here, and then I can shoot out that back dude with a Harpy and the Machine Wraith with a Harpy, but I'd have to use Mage Sight. I just don't really have the resources for it. Or this Harpy would have to fly with Road to War and walk over to here to get the line of sight on that guy. That's pretty much what would have to happen. Those are my goals. That's what I think I need to win the game. But regardless of how that goes, Trident is going to... Trident, I'm looking at it and like, I think Moros can get to Deneghra. Because with Fleet, Road to War, and the Trident's placement, that's an 8-inch threat extension on top of his normal 11. Oh, sorry. No, it's a 7-inch threat extension. He can threat 18 inches, and I look at him, he's like, he can get there. So Vengeance attacks and Garryth get rid of the 2 Stalkers, and Trident rolls 1 shot on each of its shots, so it doesn't kill the Arcno as planned, and it doesn't kill enough of the Pirates, and doesn't kill Hellsinger as planned. So and even if Moros fails, he's right in front of Deneghra, and it reduces how far she can walk to get to get up there to pop her feet. He's just going to shadow bind her, and he's not going to be able to shake it because he's going to be out of control. So it'll be a dead Moros, but it is going to limit how far Deneghra can walk if it fails. I'm not actually, the plan I just told you about how I can get rid of the Arc Nodes, get rid of the Machine Wraiths, and possibly get rid of a whole unit of Pirates. I don't even know if that would happen. We never made it to that part. Moros goes all the way across the board and hits Deneghra. She's living. Deneghra 1 is living. Deneghra 2 and 3 are undead. So because she's living, Paralyzed does work on her. Reduce, and I spent one for fleet, I spent one for to charge, and I spent one to boost to hit the first attack, and it was a POW 15 straight dice, rolled like a 12 and left her on 3 or 4 boxes. Second attack, I rolled a 1 and a 2 because of paralyzed that hits, and then I rolled the damage I needed to do the last 4 or 5 damage, and that's how that ended. I did not feel great on attrition here. I did not feel great on scenario. The assassination odds were okay, but I was not expecting to get it. So Mitchell wins his Kador game. Our person that's not here loses, obviously because he's not here, and we advance to the next round 2-1. Once again, happy that Moros got the job done because, yeah, the rest of this didn't look so hot. Thanks for watching.